I'll put a Rem wallpaper on. Even though Ram's obviously better. Be living, you know. Or Echidna. I guess Echidna would probably be best. Whatever. Point is, it's going to be another short one because my throat still hasn't recovered. Yeah, it's weird. It's the weirdest, like, every single amp here. Wait. No, this way. It's the ground. This is a very, very... This set of headphones, the WGZBLON B60s. So blondes. There. They're the blondes up there. Blondes make little IMs. This is blondes. They love to tell you if they love your amps. Most, like, literally every amp here they love, except for the A90. It's the weirdest shit. Because usually it's like A90, okay, it's linear. It's like the benchmark. These don't sound good on the A90. I fucking love them everywhere else. I even put on the goddamn reference, the QES reference. I got the original Gashelli. I don't have the new one. Get the JNOG 2 here. Or the, yeah, she got the JNOG 2. These are a Beryllium closeback, which I just did that Audix one that was an M&O, that was RBH, blah, 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 blah. And it's $155, at least it is currently on Linsol. And Linsol sent me 2 headphones at the same time. This and that Tripowin. Tripowin was a pile of shit. And I sort of took a step back once I had done those. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a break. But now the blondes. Beryllium. Blonde is a company that's actually made headphones in the past. Super lightweight. We kind of recognize this headband structure. You know, it's just a thing with the thing. The pads look very familiar. They look like the pads from the Sivga stuff. You know, nice, like a waxed fabric is the best way I could describe this. Because it's like a waxy feeling fabric with, you know, things, and nice and soft, and it's a 3-knuckle, and the clamp is good, although I may have adjusted this clamp. I don't recall. It's been a while. I'm not using the stock cable. Stock cable's here. Nothing wrong with the stock cable. I've got an adapter on it. It's a right angle 3.5mm to 2 twisted fabrics that then get split into individual fabrics, and it goes to 2.5mm. But I wanted to try it balanced on all these amps, and I think for $155, it's going to be like a default recommendation. It's like, oh, you want a closeback set? Oh, they have to be comfortable. Oh, you want a little bit more like low-end suppleness. Is this a supple is the word. Oh, but it's got to be, still has detail and, oh, soundstage. Okay, yeah, these. I hate the name. I mean, B60 is fine, but WGZBLON, which I think I have a couple IMs that are like WGZBLON. WGZBLON. Everyone loves the WGZBLONs. If we're going to compare them again to the Tripowins, which were terrible. These are just, look, they move. There's no weird rattle. They're as solidly built as you can get a cheap set of headphones, where I don't fear it's going to destroy itself in 3 minutes. You've got some holes on top of these imported wooden cups, which means China made wooden cups. I love how that's a fucking thing. Anything from China can be claimed to be imported. Fancy imported cutlery. You know, Chinese plastic spoons. I don't really have much shit to give. I wait. If I do it just so, there we go. There's a rubber washer in here, and you could just, that's it. That's the only negative to the build. But that rubber washer's there, so when you turn it, it stays. So it's like, that's what rubber sounds like when you put it between 2 pieces of metal. Let's wear them. Noise canceling, actually pretty good ambient noise canceling. I can't hear my heater running. And there's nothing playing right now. It's just ambient noise canceling. The only noise I hear is I'm wearing like a jacket. It's hitting the bottom of that. And then we hit play. These are fucking excellent. I can listen to Bon Iver on this all week. At least I can use the triple win as a jump off point, because everyone's like, you like everything, Zeos. No, I fucking hated those. These are amazing. They're just light and they're airy and light. Like I'm listening to Bon Iver. Bon Iver. I'm sorry. Bon Iver. By the way, pretentious asshole name is when you can't just say if you're gonna spell, if it's gonna be Avar, put like an accent mark or something that I have to like look it up. Imaging between the ears. Excellent. I'm hearing piano and I'm hearing it slightly move like this. Soundstage is not cramped. It's not the widest of wide closed back sound stages. But, like I said in the opening of this, wow, Beastie Boys. How does it sound to you, by the way? Because shit's blasting. Hold on. It sounds different in every amp and only sounds bad on one. So I'm going to give that, like, warning. If you get these and you're like, I'll go back. Here, I'll even go back to the fucking A90, which should be, like, the default, like, okay, everything should sound good on this. But for some reason, like, flat and hollow. I've never had a headphone just turn so negative. Because I haven't done reviews. All of Christmas went by, COVID went by, and I haven't heard these in a bit. And the first thing I plugged in was the A90. And I'm like, huh. I could have sworn these are on the table there, and I was going to give these a good review. But now it's like, the height. And then I unplugged it from here and went to the one next to it, which is the Singzer. Oh my God, it's completely different. It's like a second layer has been added to the whole sound. And it's like, well, that's a thing. So that's really the only concern I have. You get these and you power them right, you're going to love them. You're going to fucking love them. They're just warm and creamy and what's the word I'm thinking of? I want to say cinematic. Like I'm listening to, what is this? Graham Rivel, Shelley Moment from the Saint. Shelley Monument from the Saint. And it's just this very wistful, airy. It feels like the menu music you'd have in like an RPG game. It's like, ooh, ah, and it's just up. I could feel it up. I don't know how that translates, but it feels like this sound is above me and around me. And it's like, oh, this is a warm, cuddling blanket of sound. And then, you know, you switch tracks and we get Queens of the Stone Age, Mosquito Song. Very directional. Actually, you know what I could do? Yeah, I could just, now I could just like, if you guys want to hear what's playing on my headphones, I could just be like, it's like very, very plucky guitar. Between my ears, but not like a center point, just like here. The guitar playing in that width across my ears. Along those trees. If I start singing to music, the way Zeos does reviews, because I don't know how other headphones reviewers do it. I know Critical has his graphs, and I know DMS has also his graphs and his depression, but I don't know how everyone keeps track of how many, like how do you just off the cuff a headphone? And if I start singing while wearing a headphone, I sort of forget about, oh, I'm supposed to be testing, and I'm just enjoying music. That's pretty much going to get a positive review. That's it. I've done this too long, and I need to literally step back. Like when you're in a terrible car accident and you're in the hospital and you're dying, and you see yourself looking at yourself in the bed and all your limbs are like falling off. And it's like, that's how I look at myself reviewing headphones. I am behind me, looking at me, going, how is this fucker reacting to this headphone? And with these headphones, they're comfortable, they're light, they're not expensive, so I'm not like super concerned, like, oh God, I better put them on the best amp. But I'm just enjoying music. I could see myself enjoying music with them. And then the ghost Zeos behind me goes, all right, check marks that. Check marks positive, fucking right down the line. This, when I do the hand motion thing too, like when it's like, well, I have to fuck. It's like when you get asked a question and you like, it's such an absurd question that you have no fucking way of answering that. So you're just like, you just do the hand motion. Like, what the fuck, what do you want from me? So I hear this song, James Horner, When Your Lover Has Gone from, what is this from? Rocketeer. It comes on and I'm like, are you expecting me to describe this sound with words? That's the hand motion. It's like the come on. If something sounds like shit, and I can be like, all right, this is why it sounds like shit. But this is one of those, okay, describe this sound now. It's just, it's the evolution of sound quality to price. 2022 is heading off with a bang, even though I had these in 2021 for quite a while. This is it. These are perfect headphones. They do nothing wrong. They do nothing offensive. They don't cost too much. They're not uncomfortable. They're not built super poorly. I think there's a box for them somewhere in. Doesn't matter. Like that horn there, that bright horn doesn't offend me. And I got it up pretty loud. This is fucking lovely. These are lovely fucking headphones. Oh, Rage Against the Machine's coming on. Kick drum. Yeah, no, these are like, best way I could describe these, because I see them now. There they are, Civica Phoenix up there. Haven't talked about those in a bit. Haven't taken them down in a bit. Those are $255. Open back. Love them. Fucking love them. I don't care what DMS says. I don't know how DMS could hate those and love the Zeus. Where's my Zeus? Oh, Zeus are over there. Because I thought that the Zeus were just a slightly grown-up version of the Civica Phoenix. Well, these are a closed-back version of the Civica Phoenix. Way beyond my expectations for something that looks like a standard Chinese headphone that just sits out of nowhere. But fucking Beryllium. As soon as you get the Beryllium, by the way, is the material that the cone's made out of, and it's lighter, stronger material. It's like coated. Then they just coat something with Beryllium, which stiffens it, which means instead of it getting like whoopy when it's moving, it's like stiff as fuck, but still light. In fact, ZMF Beryllium is like, what's the ZMF Beryllium? Is the Aeolus? Aeolus it? Maybe this is softer than that. Like this means to never offend you and always impress you. I don't want to jack it on it too hard, because then all of a sudden everyone gets it and like, hey, Zeos, it was good, but I plugged it into my A90. It didn't sound good. Give me another headphone. Give me another amp. Let's go here. Less intense low end from the Singzer to this, but more soundstage. Like, and now I put the bass boost on, so now we're just like, these are an amazing set of headphones. My only concern, like I said, my only concern is that I don't know what amplifier you're going to be running this off of. You could be running this off your phone's internal fucking 3.5mm if you're cool and have a Sony like me and have a 3.5mm. So if you get them, and after you break them in, because I run everything on the break-in rig for the burn-in rig for like 2 weeks, because I legitimately just forget about it and it just sits down here running, turns on at 3 a.m., turns off when I do a review, and then turns back on at 3 a.m. Every one of these amps sounds different. None of them sound bad, except for the A90 where it sounds meh. But all the good amps, the Singzer, the Burson, the IFI, the Geshelli, the Reference, they're all changed the way it sounds enough that I'm worried. Because it sounds fucking great, sounds great, sounds still very good. Like, no problem with it there. But then the A90 is like, and I get concerned because I'm going to recommend these, highly recommend these. Grab a set. I haven't even touched them onto tubes. I'm afraid to. They might sound amazing. They're beryllium. Actually, let me see what the, because I don't think it says it here. Where's the product details? They're 32 ohm. They're not a very high ohm, which is why they're easy to drive. So they probably would not be great. They're high sensitivity, 100 decibel sensitivity, and 32 ohm. The higher the impedance, the harder these are to drive, the better a tube has at showing off. Currently, I wouldn't bother. They also come in black or silver, which, you know what? I don't hate the black. I think the silver might look a little bit fancier, give you a little bit more of like the B20 look. I'm trying to see what else. Any other pictures? No, that's it. I don't remember if it came with a box. It might have come with a nice packaging too. Swiveling ear cups and stainless leather headband. See, you got to do commas. Because stainless leather, it's not leather, it's pleather. 264 grams. They are extremely lightweight. Audiophile grade, high purity copper cable, which means cable. Audiophile grade isn't like grading of meat, where you can go to the people who grade meats that show up on Good Eats all the time and question them out. Why is this audiophile grade? What's consumer grade? Or what are the other grades that you can get? Is there pro grade? Is there shit tier? Is there gamer nation grade, which is all just garbage? These are the questions I want to know. Put on 3D too. You know, these I wish these would be great for like going out and doing things headphones. Like they'd be amazing for portable use. They have that signature that I'm looking for, that beryllium. God damn, it sounds good in the Singzer. Do I prefer the Singzer or do I prefer the Burson though? That's the question. It's close. Or fly down here? It's fucking January. Go away. Yeah, no, I'm 100% endorsement. Just know that it does change intensities and sound stages and low end based on the amplifiers I've plugged it into. And the only one I was like, is A90. So that's it. That's the review. I want to shill the shit out of these. I just have to give that warning that like, all right, plug it into an amp. You don't like the way they sound after you've broken them in for however long. Try something else, anything else, before you come back here and scream at me like, oh, Zeos, he sucked. Because I feel like these, oh, by the way, they lay perfectly flat. Do they do both directions? They do. That's a rare feature. A lot of times they'll go all the way flat and then they'll go like a little bit. This one they'll just, I don't know why all headphones just don't do that. As far as looks go, they look like a weird, cheap headphone, but they sound too fucking good. They don't look as good as a Civica Phoenix. Civica Phoenix are like straight up, that looks like an audiophile headphone, whatever the fuck, again, that means. And these sort of look like, what the fuck is a WGZBLON? These. And they say 2014, like established 2014. So not exactly like that. But I put a REM fucking wallpaper, a very good one. So you got to take that into account when you're watching these videos. And other than the wire just being single-ended, and this weird right angle 3.5 millimeter, I don't hate the wire. I don't hate the wire. I just put it on the Heart Audio stuff because I wanted to go balanced. And now I'm done. So I'm glad Linsol sent me 2 headphones at the same time because I absolutely destroyed those triple wins. And I absolutely love these. So good. Life balances out. You don't have to buy one. You kind of have to buy the other. At least if you don't have a decent, cheapish closeback that is just wide enough to not be like sad, because there are some closeback headphones that are just narrow and sad. These wide enough, bassy enough, does vary slightly with the amplifier. I think the Singzer is the most bassy. And the A90 is the least bassy. But it's not like an oppressive bass. It sounds real. That's I know these reviews are just perfectly on the note. It sounds real. The bass sounds real. So yeah, I'm done. I want to be done with this review. Tool. Disgustipated. That's a song. I've had this song in my list. Tool, Disgustipated. Should I just say these are the greatest gaming headphones on the face of the earth? Because they'd probably be amazing for that. Because the imaging is really fucking good for a $150 closeback. And then they're also fun to listen to. And they're easy to drive. So I guess, here's the thing. When it comes to gaming, if you run this on the A90 and gamed on it, it'd be perfectly fine. Because there's no like warmth and lusciousness that you're trying to get out of it. Unless you're listening to the game. If you're just trying to shoot, blow up, explosion, footstep. Doesn't matter what amplifier you're on. When you come out of the game and it's time to watch, you know, a movie or a TV show or Arcane or Castlevania, I just gotta keep repeating the same good ones that I want everyone to watch. Fucking Berserk. Then it might matter what amplifier you're putting it on. But right now, this is not. Yeah, no, these are words. Absolutely, fucking, absolutely. When the Daft Punk that's the final straw. Anyway. Links to these, $155, comfortable, light, I can't knock them for fucking literally anything. They have a slightly squeaky rotation because the rubber is in there. Wallpaper, link in the description. Patreon and subscribe star if you want to see reviews like this early. I did have quite a number of them lined up. Oh, I haven't said thank you for 250,000 subscribers. Although I don't know how many of you are real and how many are figments of my imagination. So, hello, people, maybe? Bots? 212,000 bots and 40,000 subscribers. That's probably what I'm looking at. Patreon subscribe stars see reviews early. Participate in yard sales. Where... Oh, fuck. I don't think I'm selling these. I think they're too perfect a set of closebacks in price and build and comfort. So I'd keep these around to pull out. So when I go to insult something that's trying to beat them, I'd be like, yeah, but these. So these probably would stay in that. But yard sales for other things. See reviews so you can get them before they run out of stock. And if you want to hear the sound demo uncompressed and not missing from YouTube, because I love to do that shit now, especially in this new year, I think, you can get into a sound demo oasis where you could hear them on losslessly and all the ones that have gone away. If you pay $10 a month to support this channel, you get into the private behind the scenes Telegram chat where you can ask me any questions you want. I don't answer questions almost anywhere else. Just in there. You can ask me any questions you want, and you also, because you're in that, you get into the lifetime swap meet chat where you could trade gear with other people who need to trade gear. They need their money back so they could buy other gear. And then they need their money back so they could buy other gear. And you need your money back so you could buy other gear. It's fucking crazy. It's like a churn. Yeah, that Hi-Fi Guides. Thank you to our sponsors on Hi-Fi Guides. This last month we've had Deconi has sponsored basically exclusively. We had a couple of interests from Mayflower, and I think Triangle might be jumping in there. So you'll get thanked on these videos once everything's sorted out. Which is like a little bonus. Like you pay us to put ads there, but Zeos will thank you personally almost every video. So yeah, wallpapers and hi-fi guides and headphones and music, and I'm going to sleep now. Good night. Oh, sound demo on the other channel where I also do reviews and other things is linked in the description on the other channel. Check out the other channel. Now I'm done.